Hi everybody, welcome to another SD Weekly. Thank you so much to everybody who has been liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos on social media. We are so excited to be engaging with you all and seeing what you think and how you're responding to this material. And thanks to everybody who's subscribing to the Shaping Destiny YouTube channel. This week, I want to talk with you guys about something that's really important, and that's the skill or the art of asking for forgiveness. Now, conflict is all around us, whether it's at work, at home, among your romantic relationships, or even your friends. And odds are, at one time or another in your life, you did something wrong and you hurt somebody's feelings. So how do you properly and appropriately apologize? You know, there are some key aspects or components of an apology that every true apology requires, but most of them lack. And this includes things like taking responsibility or showing empathy for the other person's feelings. In other words, your apology should focus less on explaining why you did something and more on focusing how your actions or inactions affected the other person. So in this SD Weekly, I want to talk with you guys about some awesome tips and techniques I use to make an appropriate apology.
We are passionate about inspiring and empowering people, families, churches, leaders, orphan care workers, and children to shape their destinies.
Shaping Destiny's founder and executive director, Dr. Kenneth Acha, has taught an amazing peacemaking and conflict resolution class at our partner Bible college, Austin Bible Institute. In that class, he taught an awesome acrostic for making an appropriate apology. He called it a forgiveness speech. And each of the letters in the word speech stand for a certain component that should be included in your apology. So let's go through them together. S stands for being specific. This means that you are specific in what you did or what you didn't do. You don't just say, I'm sorry for whatever I did, or if I did something, sorry about that. You are specific. You say, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings when you heard me talking bad about you. Be specific about the offense. P stands for acknowledging the pain that you caused. And this is where that empathy component comes in. You hurt somebody. Even if it was unintentional, their feelings are their reality. There's a saying, our perception is our reality, and we need to validate each other's feelings. Now, validation does not mean that you're saying that they're right or that you agree with them, but you're seeing it as real, as tangible, as valid to them. So when you acknowledge the specific pain that you caused, you're saying, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings when you heard me talking bad about you. I'm sure that made you feel poorly about yourself or inferior or self-conscious. Maybe that made you feel like you couldn't trust me. You're acknowledging the pain and showing empathy for how they felt inside because of your offense. The first E stands for addressing everyone who is involved. This means that if you were talking bad about somebody in front of your friends, your classmates, your children, that you are addressing them as well, that you're apologizing to them as well. Dr. Kenneth said that if you can talk badly about somebody in front of other people, that you should also take responsibility and apologize in front of those same people. And maybe you caused pain to multiple people. Maybe by them listening to you, they were poorly influenced, or they were offended on behalf of the other person too. So don't just pick one person out of a group. Whoever is involved, everybody involved, deserves an apology. The second E stands for eliminating excuses. This means not using words like if, but, or maybe. So you wouldn't say, if I hurt your feelings, or maybe I did something wrong, but you don't understand, I did it because. See, this is where a lot of us go wrong, myself included, especially if it's unintentional. We want to show the person, I didn't mean to, you're misunderstanding me. But that's not what an apology truly is. Even if you didn't mean to, don't make excuses for it. Don't say, if I hurt your feelings, because then you're not addressing specifically or the pain. You're making an excuse for yourself. Say, I hurt you because you've communicated that to me. And there is no but and there is no maybe. I'm sorry for doing that. The C stands for accepting consequences. This can get really difficult too. There are consequences to our actions. Even though we live in a free speech society, our speech or our actions do not come without consequences, good or bad. So if you did something that hurt somebody else's feelings, that broke their trust in you, that harmed your relationship, there may be consequences. And in your apology, you need to address those and accept those. So you might say, I'm sorry for speaking badly about you. I understand that probably made you feel inferior and self-conscious about yourself. And there is no excuse for it. I understand how maybe you won't want to share those personal secrets with me in the future because I've damaged your trust by sharing those with other people in a negative and insulting way. I hope that you can trust me in the future, but I understand that I have to rebuild trust in our friendship now. See, you are addressing the consequence of losing their trust and maybe not being a confidant until you regain that trust. The H stands for changing your habit. This is where you guarantee them, I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to do those things. Again, even if it was unintentional. Even if you didn't think it was an insulting thing or you thought that you could trust these other people you were telling, don't pull that into the apology. Say, I'm sorry for talking badly about you, and I will be more considerate in the future to think, how would this make me feel? I want to value you and honor you as my friend, so I will be extra careful to make sure you can find me trustworthy. That is you making a commitment to change. That's helping them know, I can forgive this person because they're not just going to keep doing it over and over again. So again, each of those letters stands for be specific in the offense, acknowledge the pain that you caused, address everyone involved, eliminate excuses like if, but, or maybe, accept the consequences, and change the habit. Now, as you're listening to these different tips and components, you might be thinking, why can't I just say what I say? Why can't I just mean what I'm saying to them? Why can't I just go in the moment of it? But put yourself on the other side. Imagine if somebody offended you. Now, what if they were this thoughtful and thorough in their apology? If they acknowledged the pain that they caused you, if they were willing to accept consequences, if they were saying this is a habit in me, I need to change. If you were listening to an apology, a forgiveness speech like this, wouldn't you feel validated? Wouldn't you feel respected? Wouldn't you feel like you should forgive this person because they clearly understood that they did something wrong? We all make mistakes and we all offend people, whether intentional or not. But the goal of apologizing is reconciliation, not just about being right or wrong, and not just about proving yourself innocent or guilty. So I encourage you guys to really think about these things and maybe practice a sample apology so that when the real time comes, you have these quick and ready in your mind, that you're easily able to follow them, that you can lay down your pride and put your relationship first. If you guys liked this and you're wanting to find out more about Dr. Kenneth's awesome teaching ministry, Austin Bible Institute, our partner school, and the peacemaking class that this was taught in, or any more information about shaping destiny and how we care for orphans and develop leaders, visit any of these websites on the screen. Thank you so much for watching this SD Weekly. I hope that this video was helpful with you as you reconcile your important relationships. Can't wait to connect with you guys again soon. Bye.